Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I know it's been several days since I've posted a video. I'll explain all of that, like what's kind of taken me so long, in a video that's going to be posted next week, so stay tuned for that. But I'm out and about today and I decided to stop by one of our local antique stores and just kind of see what they've got. If you're from Woodbury, you know that we are known for our antique stores, and this is probably one of the best ones here in Woodbury in my opinion. So we're gonna stop in and see what they've got. Like I said, I'm on the hunt for some particular items, a teacup and saucer, maybe some vintage looking lamps, an old chest of drawers, just different things. So yeah, I'm gonna pop in and see what they've got, and just thought I would take you guys with me. Let's go. That's kind of cool. So one of the reason why I'm looking for like an older like chest of drawers is to repurpose it into kind of a wine cabinet slash like liquor bar. To go in the dining room. So that one's a little too tall for what I'm looking for, but it's cute. I like the old look to it. Old spindle. Ooh, already just from outside window, look at those plates. I like those. Hi. How pretty that is. It's like pieces of broken glass. That's really cool. All the old Pylex.
Are you putting that together, or have you bought it from somebody else?
My wife.
Okay. Yeah. It's not the right.
This is not the color showing the box. This is color showing the circle of the color. It says, I purchased Williams Surprise material, puzzle inside the box.
Jadeite plate. 1750. Those are really pretty.
Kind of a rare thing.
Or maybe it's not.
Right.
Puzzle freak.
You'll get it home and it won't even be that. You'll completely frustrate her.
This is the only size she likes.
I've been going with 2,000 and it's dropping.
This.
Bought her one, it's 3,000. She ran $30.
Oh gosh.
I'm going it, it's crazy. Yeah.
517.
Only $4.25 for that. It's awesome. I love milk glass.
Here's one over here somebody started.
That's puzzle pieces. I have so many puzzles now. I'm like, there's got to be a place we can just drop them off.
I wish I could sit down long enough to do it. I do get to sit down and read the book.
I've been doing one.
Seven, 8, 9, 10.
About a month. I'll just do a little bit.
Yeah.
Y'all, I just had a huge childhood flashback. I remember my nanny had a spice rack next to her stove, and she had all of these McCormick tin spices that she used inside of it. That just a huge nostalgia flashback. All of those for $15. It actually still feels like a lot of them have spices left in them. That's really cool. So cool. I love seeing stuff like that. That reminds me of my childhood. And I realized a while ago that I'm gonna have to kind of break this video up and show you guys just the things that, you know, I find interesting and not the whole store, or else this is gonna be a really long video. As I told you guys before, I love glassware. Now, one thing about the antique stores is they definitely do not have thrift store prices. Occasionally, you'll find something, you know, that is a good price, but for the most part, they're pretty much asking, you know, what that item is worth, or, you know, sometimes even a little bit more, but those are pretty. So you just kind of have to be careful when you're shopping at an antique store, because you're not going to get the best prices. Look, I remember these. Oh, I actually had this one. I did not have that one. Oh, so cool. So cool. I wonder why McDonald's quit doing that. Like, you know, with their special plates and glasses and stuff like that. And another thing my nanny used to save was jelly jars. You remember, like, the jelly jars were glass, and it had like cartoon characters like Tom and Jerry, and you know, different cartoon characters on them, and she would save those to use, you know, to give us kids for, you know, juice and stuff. I really love that Jadeite stuff. Alright guys, when I find something else interesting, I'll get back with you. Y'all, I hit the Chicken Motherlode booth. Let me show you all this chicken stuff. So there's this platter here, $10 for it. This is not old. I guess they just liked it and thought it would go with their booth, but a chicken platter. This right here is really cool. It's a wooden, it looks like hand painted, rooster, very distressed looking. And then it has this little, let me get this out, pedestal that it sits in. That is really cool. Look, I really like that. $15. I really like that piece. And then they've got this really cool looking hand painted chicken. It's ceramic and it says hand painted, so. We've got rooster cups, mugs, teacups, whatever you want to call it. More rooster coffee mugs, and I'm not sure what this thing is. Some kind of a little, maybe a spoon holder or something. And then that looks like like hand blown glass maybe. Rooster. We've got a rooster tin down there. That looks really cool. We've got a couple chickens here. This is a picture. That's pretty cool. And then, oops, I don't know what he is. Just a decorative piece, I guess. We've got a couple little chickens in here, little creamers. I like that green one. We've got this guy right here, and I actually was looking at him a minute ago. He's only $4. Like, he's not old. I mean, he may be oldish, but not, you know, antique or vintage or anything like that. But it's made in the Philippines. From the mark on the bottom, this candle I don't think definitely goes with it, because this candle has like, it's like a Christmas candle with deer and stuff on it. So I think they just stuck it on there, but it's really cool. I think it's just plaster, but I do like that. And then we've got this little vase here, and then this little piece, and a rooster picture there. So all kinds of chicken stuff. Y'all know I love my chicken stuff. I really do like that wooden chicken though. I do like that. I don't know. Alright, let's see what else we can find. So, do you guys remember when I took you guys to Goodwill with me last week? We actually saw a pair of these on the shelf at Goodwill, and I told you guys that they looked like antique or vintage, and apparently they were. So, on this tag it says that they appear to be McCoy, which is kind of a well-known like glassware brand, especially for vintage stuff. I think the ones that we saw at Goodwill were pink, but they were definitely in better condition than these. And they want $6.25 for these, so still pretty cheap, but just goes to show, keep your eye out at Goodwill, and you never know what you're gonna find. I have to keep reminding myself that this is not a thrift store, so not to expect thrift store prices, but I really love this piece. I love that it says grease on there. My grandparents always collected their baking grease in a jar similar to this, but it was just a plain brown jar. But I love this one, how it has the chicken on there and the barn and the weather vane on top of the barn. And I love the cast iron handle that it has, but it's $24. So I do love it, but not for $24. So it's gonna stay, but I thought that was really, really cute. There's a spider trapped inside of a glass dish on display here, and if you look at his back, you can see like it looks like a violin on his back, so that means he's a brown recluse. So I'm gonna find something to smash him so nobody gets bit, but creepy, very, very creepy. Right next to the creepy spider, we have Vintage Pioneer Woman. Just kidding, it's not vintage, but Pioneer Woman is pretty cool. I do love me some Pioneer Woman stuff. And that bowl is pretty. There's a salt and pepper shaker set, that's kind of cool, and then this mixing bowl is kind of cool. And some more Pioneer Woman up there. I do love Pioneer Woman, and a lot of stuff, you know, cookware utensils and stuff like that I have is Pioneer Woman, but this is cool. I really do like that, the little mama hen and her baby chicks, and that's really how they take care of their babies a lot of times. The babies will just tuck up underneath their feathers like that, and Mama Hen keeps them safe. This is vintage Fiesta wear, and you can look up and find stuff like this pretty commonly, the Fiesta wear at Goodwill. So a lot of these, the Fiesta wear pieces are collected by people, not me, but a lot of people do collect them. So, and you can look up and find pieces of Fiesta wear at Goodwill. And I've pretty much been through everything, been through the store. I went upstairs, I didn't film up there because it was hot, like stifling hot. I didn't stay up there very long. So I just did a really quick walkthrough, didn't really see anything, and came back down because it was hot. But I didn't really see anything that I'm after today. So I will keep looking. It's just always fun, I think, to come to the antique stores and get some throwback nostalgia, you know, seeing things that were, you know, from my childhood, or things that remind me of my grandparents. They lived on a farm, and you know, just had a lot of the antique stuff, which wasn't, they didn't have it for that purpose when they had it. You know, it was, you know, common then, but it just reminds me. I spent a lot of time with them when I was growing up, so it just reminds me a lot of them. But and it's always fun coming to learn more about antiques and vintage stuff, I guess, like your names to look for when you are at the Goodwill. You know, always look for like your McCoy, your Fenton, Westmoreland, anything like that, because you will get lucky and find that stuff at Goodwill, and it's always good to know what you're looking at when you see something like that. So, but alright guys, we're back at the exit, so I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you're informed every time I upload a new video. Again, sorry it's been a while since my last video. I'll explain that next week in an upcoming video, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. And as always guys, peace, love, and chickens.